Give yourself a compliment. Ako po, very simple lang. I graduated with very high honors from UP. I was also granted scholarships out of the country. I took school very seriously po kasi I wasn't born to a wealthy family. I grew up in a Scottish settlement somewhere in Quezon City. Is there anyone in the room who's ever passed by the shortcut from UP Ballarat to Tumana? Yes. So, the steep road, the community that you'll find around it, that's the community where I grew up. So, para you get some idea, there was a time when I was growing up when yung floor ng bahay namin, lupa lang siya. Kasi nga, syempre, our family, we couldn't afford to build yung parang paonti-onti lang. Ipon lang, tapos hanggang ganon. Pero, I never really felt we were poor kasi sobrang bait po ng parents ko. Parang, na-realize ko lang as I was getting old ng mga nag-elementary na hindi pala kami, meron palang mayaman, meron palang mahirap. So, pero ako, very simple lang. Sobrang gusto ko lang po talagang yumaman. Meron bang gusto yumaman in your life? Yes. I really wanted to give back to my parents. You know, kasi my parents are from Mindanao. We're the only family based in Manila. Parang yung thought lang na, kasi they came from very poor provinces in Mindanao. But mama ko, sa farming na background. Parang yung thought lang na they probably did that, parang left their comfort zone. Kasi they wanted to give me and my sister a chance at a better life. Tama ba? Parang how could you repay that kind of courage, di ba? So, both me and my sister, then we grew up really valuing school. We're both graduates of UP. So, honor students, yung ganun. I never had any trouble looking for a job. I was an automatic bank officer right after graduation. Parang I was one of those kids who, even before graduating, there were already jobs waiting in line. In fact, the plan was to just build a career in banking for experience and then move to ADB, move to World Bank, and maybe even apply for a scholarship somewhere abroad. Yun yung plan. But then, I was introduced to the business when I was with the bank for just a few months in the bank. I was introduced to the business. Honestly, I was very hesitant. Kasi initially, the name Nu Skin, I initially thought that it was selling. Meron po bang not into sales? I just felt that parang I don't want to waste so many parang years of studies and gano'n. I felt that I would be wasting it until I learned, I got to learn Nu Skin along the way and it was impossible not to fall in love with it. Kasi you will see it's hard, you will see how many people it was able to bless, and you will see that it's a real business. You know, in business, kasi it's all about value, diba? All the businesses that really earns the most profits are the ones that really makes the most difference. And eventually, you will realize that our products kasi talaga, you wouldn't even think if there's going to be profits, it's going to be profitable. Kasi when you realize how value-adding they are, you will really understand, it's impossible not to profit from something as impressive, as life-changing as this. So I did it very seriously part-time. I became executive branch partner after a year, so I paid my bond, I left my economist dreams for good, and I did the business full-time. So I love the business because not only was it able to help me, parang the goal was to give back to my parents, and I'm happy kasi I was able to retire them. Not only was I able to take them out of the Scottish settlement that we used to live in, kasi right now I brought them around the world with us. So every year we travel. So just a few months ago we were on a road trip around Europe. We went. We just got back from Hong Kong before the coronavirus. There was one trip I remember, their first ever time in the States. We were there ahead of them. Yung evening flight nila, tapos nagpahatid sila ng very early in the morning. Tapos we found out na kaya pala sila nagpahatid kasi they found out na yung business class, meron pa buffet. Wala ko pa nakapag-breakfast buffet, lunch buffet, dinner buffet dun sa, siguro nagtataka na rin yung kailan ba uuwi yung business namin ito, diba? Pero, my parents, nakakatawa yung dalawang yun eh. Kahit once they find out na, so we're going to New Zealand and Moscow in a few months, every time that they find out that they already have a visa, kahit po 2 months or 3 months the actual trip, naka-empake na yan. And just recently, they figured out na pwede palang mag-vlogging. Mag-vlogging magulang po. Nakakatawa, pero if you're the daughter kasi of two very excited parents like that, the word prices won't be able to capture parang what it means to, So, yes, there's just money, but really, it's never really about the money. Parang for me, it was really how that money can turn your life around, what it can do, how much time freedom it can give your family. So I'm already a mom of two. I have a 7 and a 2-year-old, and my husband and I, we just met in the business, is also a team lead executive, and we currently decided that we're going to be world schooling our kids. Homeschool talaga. We bring them around everywhere kasi with us. Kasi we wanted to be the #1 educator of our kids. Parang I don't want to co-parent with other 7-year-olds. Kasi diba, at the usual traditional school, they parang your kids, most of their social influence talaga would be kids, and some of those kids are actually parents who are not always with them, and ganun. So we find that we get to know our kids and we transfer the values that we want to be transferred with them. And sobrang I appreciate that because that was impossible in my former career. Kasi in VP was possible then, yung mga consultant, yung mga ganun, it was possible, but the higher you go up the ladder, the more you have to sacrifice real significant time with loved ones, which was surprisingly parang totally different in the business kasi the longer you go up the ladder, parang the higher you go up the ladder, the more your business doesn't need you. Kasi nga, it really gives you true parang leverage income. My other favorite blessing, is that alright? Very last na lang. The business gets to really help me pursue my other passion, which is service. If you grew up in a squatter settlement, parang surrounded by parang poverty, talagang you will really have a place of parang service in your heart. I was very lucky kasi yung parents ko, plumber po yung tatay ko kasi yung nanay ko, housewife. Pero sobrang sipag ng tatay ko, as in, sobrang sipag niya, na nakapag-private school kami ng high school. And I'm blessed because when I went to the private school, parang I got exposed to a different kind of life. That's the thing with poverty. Parang if sometimes you get used to it, and you feel like sometimes you get, parang you think that that's your world, yung ganun. So, I love it that God blessed me with partners with the same somehow values as me. So we get to right now send a lot of kids then to school. Goal namin na we get to really send tapos yung wala ng mga batang, every deserving kids gets to go to school kasi when you give them a gift of education, you give them confidence, you give them hope. And that was, I always wanted to help, but in my former career, kasi even if I was earning a lot as an officer at a young age, hindi naman talaga totoong a lot yun. It was just enough for the family. Pero right now, you get to really, I also spend my time right now with orphan kids. For example, there's one community like yung cribs po. Sometimes it's they take care of like say 12 kids age 6 months, madami pero yung isang section is from 6-month-old to 1.5 years old. Alam niyo po ba yung nagbabantay sa mga bata, isa lang na volunteer. Sometimes 12 kids, yung gano'n. So pag papaliguan yung mga bata, papakainin, yung mga routine the whole day, sometimes po the day goes by na the kids there very rarely gets a hug. Kasi syempre, pati-feed, yung isa, next naman, yung gano'n, bibihisan, yung gano'n, lunch na ulit, yung gano'n. So, sometimes when we go there, we spend time hugging the kids. Pagbababa mo sila, hahabulin ka kasi yung ibang bata sobrang sabik sa hug, yung gano'n. And maybe some of you don't need to do this business for financial reasons. Maybe it's not you, your family, who needs you to build this business. Maybe it's the Philippines, maybe it's the world, maybe it's yung Philippine community kasi we can really do so much, love more people, and really serve a lot when money stops becoming an issue in our family.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what your reasons are for building the business, but I really, really think po that this business is an answered prayer to you and also those around you. So I pray you find the courage to say yes to your friends. So yun lang po. Thank you.